Howdy class, my name is Joseph Murray, and today I will be producing my political introduction speech. I will be introducing Justin Barrett. Justin Barrett is an Irish politician who founded the Irish National Party. He founded this party in 2016. My speech will be as if I was introducing him at the night when he founded his party at the Irish National Party convention. With that in mind, let's get started. Ireland, a family grown large. Friends, my name is Joseph Murray, and I am a part of the Irish diaspora. Despite the fact that I am not an Irish national, I speak to you today on behalf of the Irish National Party. Today, Ireland faces yet another foreign threat, another threat to our sovereignty. All the numbers and statistics say Ireland is the land of prosperity. We are even ranked 4th in the European Union for gross national income. Our current state of affairs, however, reflects the abuse we all endured during the penal laws of the 17th and 18th century, and even the economic exploitation during the 19th. During the Great Potato Famine of Ireland, the British controlled our farms, and they also controlled our economy. Our great nation lost hundreds of thousands of lives to starvation and millions more to migration. Despite this fact, Ireland's economic output and food production was actually increasing. We had an all-time high in livestock production. We had a net surplus of food, especially grain. So why did Ireland suffer as it did? The answer is simple. The Irish produced, but the British controlled. The farms which produced our food were owned and exploited by the British aristocratic elite. The British aristocratic elite took our food and sold it on mainland Europe for higher profits. It was much akin to slavery. We had no stake in our own nation, and as such, the Irish shared no benefit from the fruits of our own labor. Learning from this lesson, Ireland has long since strived to be free from international control and economic enslavement. Much like the enemy of days past, we are once again under siege from our foreign neighbors. Today, we are exploited by the unelected globalist elites leading the European Union. The fruits of our labor are not our own. We are tied into a system which is ripe with debt. We are tied into a system which is encouraging unsustainable migratory growth. The European Union takes on debts that it won't be able to pay back. If our course does not change, the European Union will soon not even be able to pay the interests of their debts. The banks will burn and the Union will fall, but smaller nations like our own will be left to rot. We won't be helped. The European Union is controlled by a fatal triad. Despite this fact, Ireland suffers at the hand of ill-guided banking faux pas from the globalist elites. We are a minority in our own land. The Irish have no say in what Ireland does. The Germans, the French, and the Italians are this deadly triad. They hold a majority vote over every other nation of the European Union. As such, we are forced to follow their orders, not our own. Germany, France, and Italy are so large that their voting bloc drowns out everybody else. But Ireland is not Germany. Ireland is not France. And no, Ireland is not Italy. Our economies are not the same. Our cultures are not the same. Our values are not the same. Our people are not the same. Our music is not the same, and our history is not the same. I think it is fair to say that the Irish have more of a right to decide what we Irishmen can do. Yet we have none. We have no right. We must bend to the whims of foreign powers who do not think like us, foreign powers who do not act like us, foreign powers who do not speak like us. They do not work on our behalf. We work on theirs. We work for the European Union. The European Union does not work for us. This, my friends, is where the esteemed Justin Barrett comes in. Justin Barrett is the forefront of our movement, and I have outlined the context which led us to found the National Party. In closing, I will outline a few of our party's core tenets, the Irish ideal. 1. The National Party believes that the territory of Ireland consists of the whole island of Ireland as well as its surrounding seas. 2. The Irish National Party believes strongly in the principle of a constitutional republic founded on individual personal freedoms, rights, and responsibilities. 3. The National Party approaches our membership of the European Union from the principle of refusing to accept the threatened destruction of our nation's freedom, and we will endeavor to restore those freedoms which have already been unjustly given away. 4. The National Party believes in an aristocracy of achievement within a democracy of opportunity. Practiced and established economically will be the strong advocacy of our free, productive enterprise. Consequently, we endorse the inalienable rights to the ownership of private property, and we will defend these rights against the equally dangerous encroachment of state socialism and monopolistic capitalism gone awry. And 5. The National Party opposes unrestricted immigration, placing above all else the preservation of the national identity and culture as the bedrock of our principled patriotism. This is the Irish ideal. With these core tenets in mind, I gratefully ask you, all of you in attendance today, to give our party a chance to sway your vote. Our nation is in peril, and we must protect it. When foreign economies collapse, the Irish will suffer. The Irish must be sovereign. If we are not, the foreign greed-induced potato famine will be repeated. We will be forced to feed our guests in our own land, while our own people starve. It is our duty. We stand here, not because we want to, but because we must. The Irish owe it to our families, we owe it to our children, and we owe it to our future. We owe it to our nation. Ireland is a family grown large, and we must not forget that. Ireland must work for the Irish. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Justin Barrett.